Well, g'day. I think we might have an audio problem again, but here's Simon, heading in towards Kingston Beach, and looking pretty good. Except he's got the McIntyre adventure flag upside down, but that's kind of fun. Here he is. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, he's having to tack back and forwards. He'll be happy to be here, that's for sure. Sailing quite well, actually. No, we just follow him in now. But you can get a bit closer if you want. So it's been quite an epic for him here, and I think he knows that Kirsten is behind him quite close, and he'll be happy to be here. So Kingston Beach is now about 30 degrees off his port bow, so he's not quite going to make it in this one tack. Boat's looking good, the bottom's clean, that's interesting. You can keep closing up if you want, just slowly. Yeah. We're in the little rib this time from the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania, and they're our great hosts here at the moment. So that's the Derwent right there, and Hobart straight down the river. If you have never been to Hobart before, it's a beautiful place, a little bit overcast today, and very green and lush, even though it's the middle of winter. It's been a cold leading into this, but anyway, so Simon's boat's looking particularly good, and amazing that there are no barnacles at all on the back of the boat. I'd say he's been swimming before when he's been calmed, so he'll be happy for that. So, where's your barnacles? It's clean. You're looking good. Boat looks good. Yeah.
The brain has got a bit scrambled with all these high pressures.
I know. It's just been amazing, eh? Anyway. Oh well. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, fantastic. So you know where you are. You're actually the first boat here.
Yeah, I'm only just by the sound of it.
I know. Yeah. Did you hear? Kirsten's about 100 miles behind you.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, she's doing okay, and Avalish is a couple of 100 miles behind that. About 250, I think. And then we've got that Goog. Yeah, he's about another 4 days behind, something like that. And then Jeremy's quite a bit behind that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did Jeremy manage to sort his sacrifice?
Sorry, do you want to just catch up a bit? Sorry?
Did Jeremy manage to sort his sacrifice?
Yeah, he did a big dive. In Simonstown.
Okay.
Yep, and cleaned the bottom. So yeah, he left with a clean bottom. Simon's just adjusting his hydrovane there. He's going a bit high into iron, so he slowed down a bit. So he's trying to make the most out of every bit, and sailing pretty well. So, and on my estimate, it's still going to take half an hour or so before he gets in. So we will keep trying to get out of the wind. I know we've got too much sound broadcasting there. I'm not sure how this is going to sound on Facebook, but anyway. Yeah, he's still got half an hour or so to get there, and so what we'll do is in a minute we'll shut this down and then wait until we get on the mooring Sorry? Yeah, absolutely. There's breeze going all the way down, right? But it's on the nose. That's it right there. That group of houses there, that's where you're going. No, straight in there. Yep. Straight in there. Sorry? Yeah, the one it's underneath, see the tower on the mountain? Straight under that. Okay? Yeah. So. Okay, so we got the Derwent Sailing Squadron. Oh, that's actually Simon's friends over there, Ting Ting. And they've brought the big boat out. Simon's got some close associates that come to see him in, and they were going to lend him a rib, but they brought the big boat out, so that's cool. Say again? No, what you got is a mooring buoy but you'll need your engine to get to it. Right, it's flat calm, so if you want to pick up the mooring buoy, you'll motor up to it, and you'll need a boat hook to pick up the line, okay, or you can anchor or drift. Yeah, it's very obvious. It's a red buoy. I'll show you when you get in there. Yeah, the buoy is only about 80 metres off the end of the breakwater. Right, so you definitely want to have sails down and just motor up to it, pick it up. Right, if you want to use it. Yeah. 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 So, Biscay 36 for those that haven't followed the stats on the boat. And he's done an amazing refit on the boat, kept it very simple, very light. Running a hydrovane, the Wattensea hydro generator on the back there, and got very good. We can't quite hear you. You can get quite a close one. Hang on. We've got a noisy outboard here. Keep going, keep going. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, all good. Good to see you. The boat looks good. Yeah, looks very good. I can't believe how clean the bottom is. Did you dive on it the other day? No? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's all. Yeah. He's pretty cool, but not that bad, you know. Anyway, but yeah, it's very good. So, have you got the news on Elliot and all the rest of it?
I know.
Elliot's bowsprit failed again. Okay, so he's now sailing without a forestay at all. Long story. He's got two spinnaker halyards and a main halyard holding it up, and heading for Fremantle or Albany. So, yeah.
And then going to try and carry on?
Yeah, but whether he can get to the gate or not, it's a bit hard to say. And Guy finally left a couple of days ago. He's left. He's on a big race now to get here as soon as he can, and then see what happens. So Guy's underway. Jeremy's pretty happy. No problems with the boat. Same with Michael. You know, Captain Good. Michael's happy. You know, everything's working. He's just in some heavy weather at the moment. Got a bit of a blow there, and all seems to be good on Bayonet as well. So. Yeah, that's going to come through. It's riding up now. You'll have the same issues getting out as you're coming in. You know, it's a bit mixed up and quiet, but it's still okay. How long? Yeah, we'll keep the clock on. 90 minutes. That's it. And it's okay. You'll get out of here okay. Yeah. So that's all cool. Yeah. Okay. Ian's plodding along. He's okay. He should just make the gate. And again, the boat's all fine. He seems happy. You know, no problem. Everyone's good. The only problem was Tapio. Yeah, he got home a few days ago, and yeah, huge interest in what happened, but he doesn't know. You know, it's just crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to hear. We might just shut this down now and then come back. We'll come back once he's on the mooring, I think, or just before. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to. There's a bit of breeze here now. We're motoring into it, the engine noise and all the rest of it. Hope you can hear all this sort of stuff. But anyway, the good news is he's here and the boat looks good. Everything's happening, and he's just confirmed that he's going to get out of here as quick as he can. He knows that Kirsten's behind him, only 100 miles, and the weather looks reasonable to turn around and get out of here again with a good breeze, because it's offshore at the moment. It's coming from the west, basically, over the island. And there's still a few holes out there for him, but he can certainly get going and start heading towards Cape Horn. I'm just amazed at the bottom of the boat. There's no barnacles. incredible. So it's a bit of hit and miss, and going over that big patch in the Atlantic, he's pretty happy. Okay, so I think we can shut it down, Jane, and we'll see you probably in about half an hour or something, and then we can have a proper chat and talk about things gone past and things for the future. Thanks for that. And I should say, Ada wishes he was here. We'll do a French. Simon speaks French, so he will do stuff in French when we're alongside. If everyone's wondering. So that was a GGR adventure. So this way, Jane, we're alongside Simon and Clara, and just behind you there we've got our rescue boat just over here, Derwent Sailing Squadron. We thanks guys, we had a little engine problem, and they came and picked us up, and we followed in Simon, who crossed the line into the bay at exactly hang on a sec, Jane, about 14 minutes ago. So so shake your hand, good to see you.
A virtual shake.
Yeah, exactly. You're on anchor, that's a good move, so save a bit of time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. So still working spaghetti. How do you feel now that you're here?
It's a big relief to be here.
Yeah.
There were times over the last week that I said, why do we have to do these gates? Because every time we go around a gate we run into a massive high pressure system.
Yes.
And it will probably happen in the Atlantic as well.
Well, we'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that was pretty frustrating sitting out. So it's good to be here.
Yeah.
And it'll be good to get back underway again. There's still a bit more wind this afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'll make my escape. And
very cool. So the boat looks good. No issues at all.
No real issues.
Yeah.
I had plenty of time during my little stopover in the Great Bight, is it, or the Australian Bight?
Yeah.
To do a few things. The hydrovane, I had a bit of work to do on that, which was quite interesting.
Yeah.
So I had to crawl in and rebolt the top mounting
in the transom.
In the transom. Yeah.
Inside the locker.
Inside the locker.
Uh-oh.
And then get somebody to help hold a spanner on the outside.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Glad you didn't get stuck in the locker. That could be embarrassing.
Yeah.
So that's all right. And
because of course I had to take off all the watertight seal and everything and redo that.
On the locker.
In the locker.
Oh, jeepers.
So it was a big. I had to take the tiller off and all. So it was a good operation to do when I was parked.
Absolutely. Yeah, too true. So how are you feeling now? Like you're in terms of the context of the GGR, you're halfway now. You're sort of heading home. What's your impression? What are you your emotions? Looking forward to what?
Yeah, well, looking forward. The big one is to get round the next Cape.
Yeah.
Which is 6,000 odd miles away.
Yeah.
So always a bit of trepidation going back down into the Southern Ocean because it deserves respect.
Yeah.
Indian Ocean was interesting, not quite what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Not quite perhaps what it normally is.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was really chipper about 2 weeks ago when I thought I had a pretty good lead in the race in terms of the race.
Yeah.
But the ultimate objective is to get round and do the turn. But having found myself with a bit of a lead, naturally you kind of want to try and look after it. And now I've effectively lost it all, I think.
Yeah.
So that's a bit gutting. So start again, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it going. So
at least I'll have a bit more company. I might, yeah. Not that I could do anything about it since I can't talk on the HF radio, but
yeah. Have you solved the problem with the radio? Like, what's the status? Are you getting weather reports or anything?
I can get. There's never been a problem with reception.
Yeah.
The one I need to talk to you on a sort of admin side is the one I can't get is the specific GGR one because he's doing a watching brief, so I have to call in to get the report. He doesn't actually transmit the report over the frequencies that have been given.
Yeah.
So I think there's possibly a plan in place, but that meant that I haven't been able to use that service, which has put me a bit of disadvantage. I'm not sure in the end of the day it would have made an awful lot of difference, but I haven't had the benefit of that information.
Yeah, we can sort of that out, because the frequencies and channels. I thought he was actually just doing random broadcasts. You know.
No, what happened is, I mean, that's what I've been communicating back to the guys. But the trouble is, when we communicate on YB, it's a 24-hour process, because and they haven't really understood the issue.
So we can explain it again better, but we can do that after. That's easy. Because he's just doing weather forecasts like any other broadcasting station.
Yeah, which is fantastic. But I mean, when you listen in on the frequencies we were given, the first time there was nothing, because actually what he's doing is listening out on a watching brief. The second time, I think because he'd been prompted, he said, anybody, I'm here, call me. But of course I can't call him because I've got no transmission. And cool. I can't sort the transmission. So.
Part of the challenge. That's cool. And so what's happening with sales? Your sales look unbelievable. Your sales, the shape looks fantastic.
They are great sales.
It's amazing.
They are fantastic sales. And I've abused them. Because the one that you haven't seen, the light weather Genoa, I had to use that for over half of the first leg when I couldn't use the furling Genoa, and I was using that in far too heavy winds that it shouldn't. And I've had to do a couple of repairs on it because it's a light weather sail. But all the other sails are great. I've had to do a couple of repairs on spinnakers, largely because they're just when they're flogging, they're catching, and I pulled the leech line out on the symmetric S4, so I had to do a repair on that. But everything.
And your mast, single spreader mast?
A single spreader mast seems to be doing okay. I was thinking of adding a couple more, but no, I think I'll leave it. And it seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
looks really good.
Yeah.
And so halyards, what's the latest on the halyards?
So the halyards, I mean, there is an issue, and I'm not quite sure what the issue is, but I mean, the big one is on the furling Genoa, and there's something causing substantial wear at the top. I have a feeling it's because it's a double sheave, of which we're only using one sheave, and in between the two sheaves there's a very thin stainless steel plate, and that's very sharp. I mean, you can cut your fingers on it, and I think what's happening is well, speaking from experience, you can. So I think somehow it's getting that, and so what happens is I just every week I take down the Genoa, which is a bit of a pain taking down a furling sail. But I pick the opportune moment, and I'll try and do it here quickly before I go. Then move the wear point, and then every second time or third time actually cut off a section of the road and move it through.
I meant to say before, if there's French people, you just tell them you will talk French in a minute. At the end of this, you're going to tell them about French, just in case.
Ah oui, dans un peu, je vais parler en français. Plus ou moins la même chose qu'on dit en anglais. Mais on va terminer cette interview en anglais d'abord, et puis passer en français.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so navigation, everything's good. Log's still working.
Log's still working. Comes out from time to time. Haven't needed it for the last half a day because I've got headlands to pick up. It's more accurate. Thank you.
Yep, that's cool. So give us a close up of your hands.
Which side would you like?
I don't know. In the camera. There's a few bits there. Okay,
so the black is no damage at all. It's just wear of spinnaker boom. And when I go up there and hang on to the hoops, I just get covered it, and you can't get it off. So that's going
in. I can see some tough skin there.
There's some really hard skin there, which I did take a metal file to it to try and to get, because I forgot to bring my whatever it is, de-skinner. So I just keep applying lots of lotion, but the rest is fairly tough, but not built up. And then these are the issues, which I don't know. It must be a common thing, but that's just salt water on it, I think.
That's cool. You'll still be beautiful again at the end. Exactly. So,
I'll survive.
Yeah, anything you would have changed in the boat now that you're halfway, like as in the systems or setup or anything?
I mean, there are some that are pretty crude. If you look at sort of bits of blue rope in places, they're doing a fairly basic job. Got some bits on the other side that keep a couple of the sheets from catching on the shroud bases where they're on the other side, but not on this side. It was just an issue. There are things that could be. I mean, the coming in here, for example, where you're changing I need to change the position of the cars, and of course they're just manual. So, but on a race like this, 30,000 miles,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter too much. It's a bit like my beating in here. The tacks are pretty basic, but we don't do very many tacks.
So have you had any big frights since Cape Town? You know what I mean? Like any weather scares or anything like that?
No.
You're completely comfortable with everything?
I don't think I've had any frights at all, except for the little trip up the mast, and the other ones are just things that you think, oh, damn, that's the end of the race, and then you think about it and find a solution. Yeah.
What do you reckon the biggest seas and winds you saw all the way across?
Not huge. I mean, to be honest, I didn't see anything more than a sustained 35. Gusting 40.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Probably 7 or 8 of them. A big succession of them coming out of Cape Town.
Yeah.
And then the last bit, I don't know if it's normally like that. I obviously didn't do my research, but I haven't had a depression. I've been praying for a depression coming through, but there hasn't been a depression in the latitudes for now 2,000 miles, 1,500 miles.
Yeah, they're all way south. There's an Antarctic anomaly happening, and all the systems are further south. So it's been pretty benign.
Can I ask if that's the same in the Pacific?
It's global.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's global. So you might not expect to see what we'd normally talk about for, sort of roaring 40s and all that sort of stuff. So could be some challenges ahead. But anyway, we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But all the big ones are down south.
Yeah, I've been listening to that. I mean, there's one coming through that comes up a little bit. The next one through, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I can catch on the back of that.
Yeah, Goog's part of that as well. But he missed it. We sent him north. So there's a big one down the back with 70s and 80s. But it's a long way south.
Yeah, there's the one that's around about 100 east now. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's pushing Abolition Kirsten towards you rapidly. And in fact, this is a bit of it just coming on the edge of it now as well. This one here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is complicated. You've had that high that I was stuck in that's now moved off, but the forecasts all say it's gone off into the Tasman Sea. But I don't know whether it's gone Tasman Sea South or Tasman Sea North. Where I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
So. And then you've got these troughs coming through, and then another ridge, and then another trough, and they're attaching themselves to the high, and it's a good forecasting system you've got here in Australia. The trouble is, it's focused on surfing. No, it's focused on coastal stuff, and it's focused on high seas weather warning. So it's talking about all the big depressions down south.
Yeah.
What it's not doing is giving any weather for sailors. But then. I mean, the first boat I've seen since Agulhas Bank, 5,500 miles away, was at the fishing.
The net.
Fish farms.
Fish
here.
farms, yeah.
That's the first sign of life, human life or boat of any sort, that I've seen in 6 weeks.
Yeah, cool.
which is quite interesting. It's a remote place.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
and there's no shipping going through or anything.
No, there's one a day if you're lucky, but it depends where you are with it.
Yeah.
You got the long tiller on the hydrovane. You with a hiking stick. Are you actually using it for steering, for tweaking?
No, only really for subtle stuff like coming in. So you'll have seen me using it here. You probably saw me using it in Cape Town.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's delicate, so I just whip it out and it's really good. And you leave the hydrovane on, so it's there as a backup,
anyway.
so you can drop everything.
Yeah.
The only thing is you've got to put that bit of elastic on, which is a bit of a pain to get to, because otherwise the tiller extension gets caught somewhere. And
how's the Watton Sea and the setup? The Watton Sea setup, like the in and out.
It's been like that since Finisterre. I haven't used it.
You haven't used it, so your solar panels are doing enough because you're not using a lot of power.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah.
So it's there in reserve.
Yeah.
I need to test it again just to be sure. Because I've only got the 2 solar panels.
Yeah.
I've done some resealing because of the problem I had with the one up there.
The solar panels, can you see them? No, down in the cockpit.
They're on the floor.
There you go. No, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got it.
So
Yeah.
these actually, I mean, thank God I've got a huge cockpit because they're greedy. They just take up the whole cockpit. So I have
Yeah.
that one there and this one here. It just makes it a bit of gymnastics to try and get to the back
Yeah.
of the boat. But
Yeah.
otherwise I can do everything from here.
Yeah.
And they're safe there, unlike to start with I had them on the guardrails, but they just get abused.
Yeah.
Down there, and I'm going to put one in reserve because I can get by with just the big one,
Yeah.
and that means I've got a backup.
Okay.
Um,
Yep.
And,
Perfect.
and then I've got the Watton Sea.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling a bit more comfortable. When I lost the first solar panel in the North Atlantic, I was a bit concerned when I lost the first solar panel after 1/6 of the journey. I thought,
Yeah.
right, if I lose the other two, and then I'm relying on the Watton Sea. But I mean, I think Jean-Luc did the whole trip under Watton Sea. He said his solar panels packed up right at the start.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
Yeah,
is
a
which
lot
is
of them did.
impressive.
Tapio lost his thing, lost all the powered solar, and just used a little half-functioning water generator. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
In the last one, in the 2018.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I'm slightly nervous about that because I've mounted the Watton Sea a little bit too close to the hydrovane rudder.
Yeah.
And so there is a potential
Yeah.
for a bit of conflict, but I've got
That's
a spare.
cool. So how's your French? Do you want to get comfortable and start telling all your French fans what's going on?
Yeah. Okay.
Come a bit closer. Or sit down till you get to whatever.
Bon, là, je suis super
Caméra.
content. Je suis super content d'arriver à Hobart, il faut dire. Après la dernière semaine où j'ai resté coincé par cette boule de haute pression qui n'est pas tout à fait normale. J'étais là coincé dans les Roaring Forties sans vent du tout. Et bon, j'écoutais, j'entendais les autres, les concurrents qui arrivaient derrière avec la dernière dépression, mais je ne pouvais pas bouger. Et bon, je me demandais si j'ai pu faire quelque chose d'autre, mais je crois que la boule d'oppression était tellement large que même si je savais que c'était là, j'aurais pas pu passer à côté. Bon, c'est super d'être ici. Il me reste encore à peu près 1 heure et puis je vais repartir. Et pour le deuxième partie, le parcours est moitié fait, mais c'est super bien de voir Don et Jane et toute l'équipe et des amis qui sont venus me voir. C'est super sympa. Ils étaient là au départ, ils sont venus aussi ici, comme ils habitent pas trop loin à Sydney. Bon, là, c'est relativement calme ici. Le calme, j'en ai marre. J'ai eu assez de calme. J'attends un peu du vent. Je vais descendre au sud un peu pour essayer de trouver quelque chose. Mais il semble que tous les systèmes habituels passent vraiment au sud dans les 60 et 50 et quelques degrés de latitude. Et ça risque d'être un peu près pareil dans le Pacifique. Mais c'est comme ça. Bon, à part ça, le bateau va bien. J'ai eu 2 jours coincés, comme j'ai déjà dit, pour faire quelques travaux sur le bateau. J'avais un petit problème de montage du hydrovane parce que c'était tellement compliqué à faire l'installation à l'intérieur du cloison sur le tableau arrière au début. Et puis il y avait un grande plaque de alu à l'intérieur et ça n'a pas mis très bien sur le tableau arrière, et avec ce qu'on a passé dans l'Atlantique et puis dans l'Indienne, ça a bougé un peu. Je ne crois pas que les écrous ont dévissé, c'est plutôt le fait que la plaque a décollé le Sikaflex et puis ça a repositionné la plaque. Mais pour essayer d'entrer dedans et puis de reboulonner, c'était pas trop le joie. Je me demandais si j'arrivais à sortir après. Mais là c'est fait, et en plus le système que j'ai fait avec le corde derrière, ça c'est super costaud aussi, ça éviterait que ça repasse. À part ça, tout va très bien sur le bateau. Le problème que j'avais avec les drisses à Cape Town, ou bien avant Cape Town, sur le pôle Noir, ou juste après le pôle Noir. Ça n'existe plus. Bon, le problème est toujours là, mais ce qui se passe, c'est qu'il faut que je descende le Genoa de l'enrouleur et contrôle le drisse toutes les semaines, et puis couper un morceau de drisse et puis repartir. Bon, c'est un peu... C'est un boulot qui n'est pas très facile quand il y a beaucoup de houle, mais il faut mieux ça que pas de Genoa, c'est sûr. À part ça, tout vraiment marche bien sur le bateau. Quelques soucis de moteur parce que j'ai pris de l'eau dans la cuve. Je crois que c'est arrivé par le système d'aspiration, la ventilation. Et là, maintenant j'ai coupé le câble, remonté à l'intérieur parce que c'est pas la peine de l'avoir à l'extérieur. Et j'ai aussi fait un peu d'étanchéité sur la zone de remplissage aussi. Donc j'espère que ça c'est fini. Et maintenant le problème que j'ai, c'est que le problème d'ignition, la clé de démarrage, il est un peu coincé. Et j'ai pas trop envie de faire ça. C'est un peu pour ça que je suis actuellement sur ancre plutôt que sur un bouée qui était mis exprès pour nous. Mais le moteur, on n'a pas besoin. C'est une course à voile. Et les voiles marchent super bien. Merci à One Sails à Lowestoft en Angleterre parce qu'ils ont fait un super boulot sur les voiles. Je les abuse fréquemment, mais quelques petites réparations et ils marchent toujours bien. Ils sont en bon état. Et bon, à part ça, je suis beaucoup mieux en forme, en beaucoup meilleure forme qu'il y a 3 jours. C'est la seule fois que j'étais vraiment un peu déçu avec le parcours. Mais là, je suis assez content d'être ici et puis de pouvoir repartir. Et j'espère de terminer la course. C'est la première chose. Et maintenant, effectivement, je crois qu'on recommence à zéro parce que je crois que Kirsten a été attendue pas beaucoup derrière moi. Et puis elle a quelques heures d'avantage après le sauvetage du tapio. Félicitations à Kirsten pour ça parce que c'était vraiment... il fallait le faire. Et elle a sans doute, j'ai pas entendu toute l'histoire encore, mais elle est une bonne navigatrice, c'est sûr. Bon, c'est à peu près tout. Les panneaux solaires marchent, les 2 qui restent. Le Wattensee, je garde en cas où, parce que j'ai pas trop besoin. Et puis, ça me retarde un peu quand je mette. Et c'est plus facile avec les panneaux solaires. Comme j'ai un cockpit assez grand, il y a la place pour eux. Bon, c'est bon pour moi, effectivement. J'ai le moral et j'ai la santé, pas blessé, depuis la petite histoire à Trinidad. Et là, prêt à repartir. Bon, je souhaite à tout le monde en France et ailleurs un très bon Noël, très heureuse Noël et les meilleurs vœux pour le nouvel an. Et j'espère de voir quelques-unes d'entre vous au Sable d'Olonne, peut-être en mois d'avril s'il n'y a pas encore des boules comme celui que je viens de passer.
Magnifique. That's it. Okay, so no actual jobs to do on the boat.
No, I'll just do the Genoa.
Yeah.
Sort that while I'm here. I was just going to check the batten pocket ends.
Yeah.
Since they're down.
Mainsail looks like brand new.
Yeah.
No chafe even on the back anyway.
No.
Nothing.
No,
it's amazing.
It's great.
Yeah.
A few marks on it from the spreaders and things like that.
Yeah,
but the spreaders are fairly well padded. Thanks Nikki for putting that out, climbing up and doing those for me.
Yep.
No,
good.
The sails are good and the little staysail. I mean, I was anticipating having to come in. That's why I put it up at the last minute. I thought I'd have to furl the Genoa, but actually that works quite nicely with the Genoas occasionally. I've never really used a staysail with a head sail, and sometimes it seems to pay, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's a nice little sail.
Okay.
And,
all good.
And the spinnakers, well, the spinnakers have been a bit of a pain down here in the south because they very rarely pay. I put them up and usually they come down half an hour later because there's too much swell and they're just flogging around and they're not actually going any faster than just a pulled out.
Yeah.
Genoa.
Yeah.
You might notice that I am missing a little bit of item for pulling out Genoas.
Yes. Did you drop one?
Yeah, might have lost one.
Okay.
Quite early on, actually.
Keep the other one on the deck. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tied on.
Yes.
Yeah, it was clipped on, but obviously not properly engaged.
Yeah.
And on with an elastic and a clip, but it was back in those horrible trade winds where we were being affected, and we were just being slamming. Yeah. And I heard some rattling and came up, and it was in a lot of wind, so went to bear away to go up on the foredeck and sort it. Yeah. And when I turned back, it wasn't there.
Wow.
So I've been managing without it. I just need to keep this stick up. Because,
exactly. Touch wood.
Because I've been thinking about my alternative jewellery rig and praying I don't have to use it.
Yes, exactly. You won't. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Films and tapes and stuff. Letters.
Yeah. Do you want to take them now? I was going to do.
A little
bit of a
message. Cool. We'll do that in a minute. So we'll sign off on this, and then you got some friends that want to come on and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
So we'll do that in a sec. Okay. Very good. Shake
when
your
you
hand.
say come on,
no, they're not coming on.
No,
I've got to hold the boat.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a good word. Clarify. Yes. So Merry Christmas and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. No, they've been checking and rechecking.
On pain of death because she's convinced he's gonna.
No. I'm not that bad. Not that bad. Everyone's watching. All right. So have a good Christmas and all that sort of stuff. We're going to sign off from here,
Jane.
Yeah,
you too. Got any plans for Christmas?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lots. Yeah, I bought myself a boat, but that's another story.
Oh yeah.
No, for Jane for Christmas. You know.
Oh, what have you got for Christmas?
Swan 57.
157.
No, Swan 57.
Swan 57. Oh.
Jane will tell you all about it later.
You're not going to do an OGR?
Oh well, let's wait and see. Anyway, great to see you, Simon. You're doing a fantastic job. Hurry up and get out there and keep it happening, eh? Yeah. So all good. All right, we'll say good day and goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. See ya.
So are you just going to go ashore? Because I need to. Or I could.
No. We're transferring back and forwards with your family friends here, so we'll talk about that in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll be alongside in a minute.
Okay.
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 We'll get rid of this. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. So Simon's here and Kirsten's coming, and so is Abolish and all the rest. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We've just successfully tied up alongside. Kirsten's just turning her motor off rather, and it was a little bit tricky. This is a beautiful Hobart Grassy. This is Jackie, the owner of the Hobart Grassy, and Alex is down the back there filming. We're very grateful because we don't have a rib. Yes, and so we anchored, and Kirsten's had to come in, drop the sails. She crossed the line at about exactly 35 minutes ago, so got another hour or something minimum to have a chat and then see what she wants to do, and it's a little bit lumpy here, but we're sort of set up reasonably well, not drifting around too much because there's a bit of a breeze, and it's good to be here anyway. So people on the beach there. It's a beautiful day here. The wind's just started to die down now. All the white caps are dropping, and as we were saying before, the breeze is going to stop. So, that's Sandy probably. That's Sandy and Co. Yeah, there's a few Sandys here. Abolish's manager, and some other fans of Kirsten, obviously. But it's hard to get boats here, so we're sort of stuck. We're on an island to ourselves. Anyway. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Yeah, good. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
What a Christmas.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So you look fantastic coming in.
Oh, cool.
And I know you smile a lot, but you didn't stop smiling since you got here.
Oh no, I'm in a great mood. And this place is stunning. I'm just mind blown by how beautiful it is here, and these eucalyptus forests and everything. So should I come a bit closer?
No, that's okay. Yeah. So no, it's and the boat looks great. I love seeing. That's the first time I've seen you flying those twins.
Okay,
they look fantastic.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, and that's one configuration. But if it's if the man's giving trouble, you just get rid of the man and put the other one out with the pole.
Yeah. No, that's great. So you look fit and healthy.
I'm feeling fit and healthy.
Yeah, you look it, and always good to see what was happening. Did you? Obviously, I told you on the radio. I mean, Simon left about 2:00 yesterday.
Okay.
And Abelish is about 150 miles away. He's probably a bit closer now.
Okay.
Pouring down the back, and then it's Michael Goog.
All right.
He's about 3 4 days behind that. Then Jeremy, I'm not sure how much you've been on the radio anyway.
A little, yeah. I haven't really asked their positions much, but so the fleet's pretty close actually, eh?
Absolutely, yeah. Because you got the weather and went around the high, and Simon got stuck in the middle.
Oh, that was lucky for me.
He lost like 500 miles in a few days.
Oh wow, okay. Well, he might make it up again. So.
Well, anyway, yeah, he took off pretty clean. So he's probably about 120 miles out now, or something, maybe a bit more.
Right.
So anyway, and I've got to tell you, the onboard footage from Cape Town leg, people love it.
Oh, do they?
You've got a huge following.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's worth it. If people like it, then it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's living your dream, which is really cool. So, and so what's your feeling from Cape Town to here? Like, how was it overall?
Overall, it was really good. I had a few highs and getting stuck that got on my nerves, but otherwise it was actually an easy sail, to be honest, for Indian Ocean standards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, the weather, as you know, the big numbers have been caught down south, so it's not been huge storms.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been really nice sailing. It was really, really pleasant sailing. So.
Yeah, that's good. And so obviously the boat looks good. Is it good?
It's good.
Yeah.
I don't have any issues. Minor things, a little bit of chafe here and stuff like that, but standard wear really, so everything's good.
Yeah, good to hear. And dry down below still?
It's a bit damp. I've got a bit of water leaking in through the mast base there, and it drips on my pillow and on my sleeping bag, so that's a bit of a nuisance, but it's really just a minor nuisance. And then I have a little bit leaking in through that hatch, but that doesn't matter because it just sails up front there, so they get a bit wet. But that's it.
Now, I know you're enjoying the navigation and everything. How's your sextant looking? Is it still surviving?
It's still surviving. I take a lot of care every time it gets sprayed to get as much of the salt water off it as I can.
Yeah.
So far so good. It managed to get me here. So.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever asked you. Your sextant has a story?
Yes, a friend of mine in Maine, Knight Coolidge, gave me that sextant.
Yeah.
So and he's an old school navigator racer, so it's one of the sextants that he used, and that's pretty cool. So,
And you got a backup as well?
And I have a backup as well. That was a woman in California whose friend actually passed away, and she asked me whether I'd like that person's sextant. So
cool. So you've got a huge number of people in Nova Scotia, back up on the island, that were still could be looking. It's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning. I'm not sure how many, but they'll watch the replay. They're a great bunch, the PE Islanders. I think a lot of them, because there were a lot of them that helped me refit this boat to the standard that it's been refitted. So how's the non-skid on the deck?
It's good. It's really good. This is kiwi grip here, and this has just got those little micro granules in it with the orange paint, which is not as good as the kiwi grip. So I'm happy with the non-skid.
Yeah, it looks pretty vicious, but it's obviously soft.
It doesn't graze one way.
It does its job. Yeah.
It does its job.
Yeah, too true. So, and your food and everything, you're still happy? You're enjoying the food, or is it getting...
Yeah, I'm actually quite enjoying it. I've got my routine of what I eat, but I didn't take enough coffee, which really irritates me, because I like my cup of coffee in the morning, but it's not going to break the trip.
Yeah. And so the whole experience in the southern, this was one of the 2 serious parts of the Southern Ocean. You're an amazing sailor. You've done a lot of high latitude sailing, but did you have an expectation of what this one might have been like solo? And did it meet your expectation?
Yeah, it did. I was expecting a little bit more heavy weather actually, so that's great that I didn't get anything much heavier, because the conditions I had were really just good. Yeah. But I was expecting at least one big blow, so I'm glad that one didn't come through on this leg, but there's a long way to go still. So.
I know you had the horror shows with the calms, but what was the biggest weather you had on this trip, do you think?
If it was touching on the 35s, 40s. That's it. So it was minimal.
That's good. It's similar to Simon. He was the same. He was surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really had nothing big at all, and it was really pleasant sailing because the nice southwesterly swell was pushing through and really pushing a little bit of speed.
Yeah.
So it was good.
And so what about your hands? Like your hands are doing okay still?
Oh yeah, no, they're fine.
Yeah.
I don't have any salt sores or anything like that. So,
yeah, that's cool. So a lot of expectations for the next leg in terms of for everyone, like getting around the horn and everything. You ready for it? You up for it? How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'm looking forward to it. I must admit, when I come into a beautiful place like this, I kind of wish I could go and explore. So it's going to be a little bit difficult leaving, as it was Cape Town, but it's okay. I'll get back into the groove of it, and then I'll be enjoying myself out on there on my own again.
Yeah. So, and you don't have any jobs to do while you're here? Like
I did just maybe want to climb up the mast real quick and just do a quick inspection. I lost my Windex one morning. I looked up and the Windex was gone. So
you got a spare?
I don't, but I thought I might just go and tie a few little more strands of wool up there, and that'll do. I mean, it hasn't really bothered me not having one, so it's okay.
You're one of the few entrants got steps up the mast, so it's a good idea, eh?
I think so. I like being able to get up there really quickly if I have to, and
Are they the aluminium ones or are they synthetic?
They're aluminium.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Very cool. So, anything that you're absolutely raving about here? We might have a problem with the mooring. We need a stern line holding her back because the wind's dropping off now. We might just. We need a spring going the other way. Here's one here, Kirsten. We can. Yeah. Just something. There's a line here, Kirsten.
Oh, is there?
Yep. You want to just take that. If you run that forward, we just want to stop you. We want to hang on. We want to pull you back. A bit of live action here. Sorry. So if you drop that on, I'll pull it on this bollard here. Okay. Oh, you're right. Oh, you just drop it on your somewhere up there, and we'll pull it up from here. Just hang on to that, Jan. Okay. Pull you back a bit. Okay. Yeah, the wind drops off, and then that's about it, I think. Yeah, it's better.
This is primarily a sea breeze.
Oh, okay. It's going to drop off again, eh? Okay.
Yeah, so you don't want to stay too long, maybe. Even though it's on the nose, you might be able to reach a bit. It could go quiet from about 8 o'clock.
All right.
So
do a bit of bobbing out there.
Yeah, just so you know, you came in at 25.2, so you've got 45 minutes left.
Okay.
But I mean, we don't want to get rid of you, if you want to go. Just a timeline. I know you're after Simon, but So how's your racing mode? Is it still a personal thing, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of on and off. I have moments when I'm just enjoying myself and I'm not too fussed about what position I'm in, and then the other moments where I'm like, no, I want to race and I want to catch Simon and win. Yeah, and that's actually the predominant one. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Simon's the same, so don't feel bad about it. He's trying to get away from you as fast as he can. So anyway, I'm not sure about Abelis yet. We'll find out in a couple of days. He might be in late tomorrow or something.
I think he plays it down a bit. He's like, I don't care, but I think he's pushing.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question. Yeah, I'm not racing, sure. Anyway, that's cool. All right, and so any frightening moments or some big surprises in this last leg? Like something that was whoop.
No, not really.
No?
Eh?
Okay, so what about the biggest high? What was the highlight for this one?
Well, coming in here was certainly one highlight. Coming into Cape Town was kind of strange. Actually, going out of Cape Town was quite strange because I went too close inshore and I didn't have wind, but I had whales around me all night, and they were surfacing so close I could have leaned over and touched them. So that was really special.
Yeah.
And then actually just 2 days ago when I didn't have wind, I stopped and I was standing on the stern and I thought, it's a nice day to have a swim.
Yeah.
And just as I was thinking that, a little shark came up.
Okay.
Just a little one, like he was probably only up to my neck, but then I thought I'll just stay and watch the shark from the stern.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I forgot to mention right at the start of this, because there's a lot of French people following, a huge amount, right? And I meant to tell them, get you to tell them in French, you'll say something in French about what's going on. So you up for that? Just have a bit of a chat about everything and anything. It goes long and short as you want.
Okay, sure.
Because there's a lot of people watching.
All right. Ok, donc me voilà à Hobart. C'est exceptionnellement joli ici. Ça m'a vraiment plu de m'approcher de la terre ici. Et sinon, on a causé un peu là des conditions pendant la traversée de l'océan Indien. Et j'ai eu des bonnes conditions. J'ai pas eu des grosses tempêtes. J'ai vraiment pas eu plus que 35 ou 40 nœuds de vent. Et j'ai eu des jours de navigation magnifiques. Et j'ai aussi vu pas mal d'animaux. Par exemple, il y a 2 jours, j'ai vu un petit requin tout près du bateau quand le bateau, quand j'avais pétrole, donc le bateau ne bougeait pas. Mais oui, en général, cette traversée de l'Indien a été, oui, ça m'a plu. Et il faut voir ce que le Pacifique va donner.
That's it? That's it? Okay. You probably interested to know you're going to go something like 30,000 views on your onboard footage from Cape Town. It lands right into Cape Town.
All right.
And a lot of French chatter about you,
Okay.
which is really cool. Not many
And the
women
Finnish.
speak. And the which?
And the Finnish.
On the Finnish as well, yeah, obviously because of what happened with Tapio. So that was really quite something.
Yeah, that was it was quite a shock to get that message saying Tapio's boat is gone, sunk.
Yeah.
So once I started heading for him, I went as quickly as I possibly could because I can't imagine sitting in a little life raft on the southern Indian Ocean. But I must say one thing that really surprised me when I got to Tapio, and even when we were talking on the radio, he was extremely positive.
Yeah.
He was really positive, and when he came aboard he was joking. He still said, I should scrape a few barnacles off your stern while I'm sitting in the life raft here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it was an eye-opener to see someone who's so positive, who's just lost their whole boat and everything
Yeah,
on it.
absolutely. Still, it was amazing what you did. I mean, it was quite incredible. So thank you.
Oh, well,
From a lot of people.
anyone would have done it for anyone. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, it's still a mystery why the boat sank, and Tapio's home now. I think you probably knew we sent Messi's back there with family, big Christmas and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad he's safe. I guess it's quite an experience to process.
Yeah, it's a bit much for all of us, but anyway,
Yeah.
it's kind of sad. We've, as you know, we've lost a lot of entrants, retired and everything. I think you're up to speed on all the story. Because you're on the radio, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So Elliot's heading for Fremantle, I heard.
They're building a bowsprit for him now.
Okay.
And it may be Albany if he can do a quick turnaround. It's still up in the air, but he's still trying. It's a sad story, but you know the deal.
Got to admire his tenacity and trying.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
absolutely. So that's all good. And how's the water situation?
Oh, it's pretty good. I didn't get as much water as I wanted or thought I might in the Indian, but to be honest, I've got plenty of water.
Yeah.
I've got one 200-litre tank. I haven't even touched it yet, so and the other
that's
one's
good.
half full. So
Yeah.
I've got enough to get me to the tropics if I need to.
You're thanks for the letter you gave me as well.
Oh no!
You're a prolific writer. A few people got some very fantastic letters, so we're assuming. Oh, that's your, this is if they weren't, if you weren't alongside these guys, they meet all the boats, they meet everyone, and have a flyby show,
Oh, that's brilliant.
And in fact, Jackie and Alex met all the boats in 2018, and they were here for Captain Coconut when he came through. So
Oh wow!
bit of an institution, this lot. So all good.
Oh, that's funny. I'm going to remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, all fun. So the solar panels hanging out okay?
Yeah, they're fine. I only have to drop my watt and see in if I've had multiple days of no sun.
Yeah.
So honestly, I put it in once every 2 or 3 weeks. For the rest, the panels keep my batteries up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. And that's sort of like a mobile installation, those 3 on the life raft.
These are the 2 on the side. They're fixed because the life raft would just pop up out between them. But the one on top is a mobile, so I could move that around if I had to.
Perfect. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So everything's good with the rig, and so you're going to be on the way home now.
Yeah.
Is that a different feeling, or to the end of the race, so not home to Cape Town?
I think it will be a different feeling because Cape Town was difficult because it was home and my folks were there in the Zodiac, and I just I wanted to go and give them a hug and say hello properly. So I suspect it's going to be a little bit easier leaving here. and it's gonna kind of feel like the home run.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how many times have you been around Cape Horn already?
Well, I haven't really been ever
But you know
around
what I mean?
it.
Like, you've seen it, you know it.
Yeah,
really well.
I mean, we used to go and putt about there.
Have you landed there before?
Yeah, I've landed there before.
Yeah.
And I mean, we'd pass it coming back from Antarctica or going to Antarctica. So, but yeah, I haven't ever, doubled it as in going from the Pacific and then into the Atlantic. So that's going to be a first proper rounding of the Cape Horn.
Yeah.
If I make it, knock on wood.
Touch wood. Yep. So are you a visualising type person? Sometimes visualising what it'd be like to do it by yourself all the way around. Is that something you thought about when you used to go to Cape Horn?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I did think about it because, running charters there and going when the weather's nice and then landing there and going and speaking to the lighthouse keeper is different than, it's going to be what it's going to be when you get there, and it could be stormy, it could be nice, there might be zero visibility, and with the sextant, it's a whole different kettle of fish there.
Yeah, you vocalised that a bit in the letter you wrote me, how different it was, like being without GPS and all that sort of thing. And actually using a lighthouse, for instance, for a change, and can you explain a bit of that, like is your sense of feeling of the GGR?
Yeah, well, that's an aspect I really enjoy, is the celestial navigation. It's obviously sometimes the difficult part is landfalls. Like even yesterday, I had really nice wind approaching. I had like 25 knots, but it was raining and it was cloudy, so I really only saw land about maybe 10 miles, 12 miles before, 12 miles away from land I spotted it, because suddenly the clouds cleared away. So you land up thinking a lot more about things. Like, for example, I purposely went further north so that I wouldn't miss it, because I don't use my trailing log all the time, because I've only got one propeller left, and my DR isn't always perfect. So you kind of think, how are you going to balance out those type of errors, and you're more observant and you plan things long in advance, and it's good. I enjoy it.
And your absorption of the weather, not having to sit on a screen getting the weather and things like that. You also mentioned how that had a sense of achievement, or just a different feel for the weather.
Yeah, it does. For example, you'll start working out where's the low with respect to me, and how soon can I expect it to pass, when's the wind going to shift, what are the clouds doing, watching the barometer all the time, because it really matters. It's not because the grid file said so.
Yeah, you put it all together. You did a brilliant job coming in here. It was completely dead all up along the edge of Bruni, and you went out wide to come across to the bottom of Storm Bay and then sort of turn right with the wind shift. It was as if you knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of the time I go where I can go. For example, I went out like that because it was slightly sailable wind. I could get Minnehaha on an angle that she was actually moving.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm just going to go as close as I can inshore, and maybe I get a land breeze. But before I actually did, the wind shifted and then I tacked over. So a lot of it's just figuring it out as you're going along. 99%.
Yeah, you did a brilliant job. You nearly caught us, actually. we rushed to get here, but we just got here. So that's cool. Hey, listen, just if I was Ada sitting here, and she says hello, by the way, but she can't get here, she would probably say, hey, she'd ask you the same question about how you're feeling with the weather and celestial navigation and no GPS and all that sort of stuff. Do you want to try and verbalise that in French?
All right, sure. Ok, donc un aspect que j'aime vraiment beaucoup de cette course est la navigation avec le sextant et sans GPS, parce que ça fait que c'est beaucoup plus intéressant. C'est un challenge, mais il faut réfléchir beaucoup à l'avance. Par exemple, quand on s'approche de la Terre, il faut penser au fait que peut-être il y a une erreur, et il ne faut pas rater la Terre. Donc, par exemple, moi, je me suis approchée un peu plus au nord de la Tasmanie, parce que comme ça, je n'aurais pas raté la Terre. Sinon, j'aime aussi pas tout le temps savoir la météo exacte, comme dans les fichiers GRIB, parce que c'est plus intéressant. On est obligé de regarder tout ce qui se passe autour de soi, le baromètre, les nuages, la houle, toutes ces choses comme ça. Et on a appris ces choses comme navigateur ou navigatrice, mais on n'utilise pas toujours quand on a un écran avec toutes les réponses. Donc ça me plaît vraiment. C'est un aspect qui me plaît.
Okay, one more French question, then you'll answer it in English after. How much do you love your boat and why?
Ah, ok, donc Don m'a demandé combien j'aime mon bateau et pourquoi. Bon, moi, j'aime beaucoup mon bateau. Pour moi, mon bateau a une âme. Et il prend soin de moi, il porte ma vie en mer et j'essaie de mon mieux de prendre soin de mon bateau. Il a une personnalité, quoi. Et c'est pas un bateau Monsieur Tout le Monde, pas du tout. Ce bateau, c'est spécial. Et je l'aime vraiment beaucoup. Et j'ai confiance en ce bateau, il est costaud, il est élégant et il est assez rapide. Et voilà. Okay.
English.
I really do like my boat because she's elegant, she's fast, she's strong, she's comfortable, and I put so much work into her. I used to sit in PEI till 2-3 in the morning working on this boat, and just a whole lot of good energy went into the boat. So I really like it. I feel safe on the boat. Yeah, she's a special boat, and I remember Jean-Luc saying that his boat was a bateau Monsieur Tout le Monde, which is like Mr. Everyone kind of boat. Well, mine is not a Mr. Everyone kind of boat. She's a unique boat, and she has I feel like she's got her own personality. Sometimes she tells me where she wants to go. Like, she'll say, "Now I'm in my groove. We're heading on this course, whether you like it or not." Then I have to listen to my boat.
Yeah. And you make it very clear in your videos that your favourite place is up on the bow.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
In any weather, any time. Describe some of the experiences up on the bow.
I mean, I tend to go up onto the bow in any weather for one reason, is I always go and check that my furling line isn't chafing.
Oh, yeah.
So if I've just reefed because the weather's getting gnarly, I'll still go up on and check there. But I just I love going up there if there's a nice sunset and you can see the boat really ploughing her way through the water and everything. It's and you get the aspect of the boat, so it's a cool spot.
It's interesting. You talk about the bow ploughing through the water. You've got a slime line on the bow, right where your bow wave is. It's very unusual because a yacht tends to not do that. It rides up and over, but you've got like a clipper bow wave. It's quite unique. It's the first thing that hit me. I said, "Wow, you got slime on the bow." So you've always got bone in her teeth, sort of thing. It's quite different. Yeah.
That's really interesting. I mean, I wasn't sure. I've not seen a slime line before, but then I've not been at sea for this amount of time.
It's as if it's obviously it's ploughing, but it's like it's lifting the bow probably. Maybe that's one of the secrets as well.
Yeah, well, I spoke to a fellow who they called the Professor of Cape George's.
Yeah.
He built his own, and he said to me, these boats they've got a lot of buoyancy in their bow.
Yeah.
So
it's obvious you've always got a bow. You got a bone in her teeth all the time, and there's slime on the bow. I've never, it's very unusual.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Very classic boat. Okay, so what's the game plan when you get out of here to get to the Horn fast?
I guess so. Yeah, fast but safe. I've had a few moments where I thought I should push a bit harder, and then I get the spinner cap and the thing just flogs itself or whatever. Then I'm like, no. The other voice was saying, it's all right. We're doing a good speed. So it's always kind of a balance between how hard are you going to push it and just be safe and comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. So, and tell me, how did you get to speak Finnish?
I used to actually speak Finnish. I've forgotten most of it, but when I was 19, 20, I went to Finland. I wanted to see something Arctic. I wanted to go above the Arctic Circle. I wanted to see ice, snow, and I had a very good friend who lived there, and I went there and I kind of got stuck there, and I landed up training huskies and spending time in Lapland, and then I kind of was in Finland on and off for 1.5-2 years, and the Laplanders don't speak much for starters, but they certainly don't speak much English. So if you wanted to have a conversation and understand the culture, it was necessary to learn the language. And I had a much younger, probably faster brain then as well, so I picked it up.
You better say hello. I'm sure there's a heap of Finnish people going to be watching this. They probably speak English too, but you better just say g'day.
Hey, suomalaiset. Ja hyvää joulua ja mitä muuta minä voin sanoa.
I'm sure Tapio will be watching.
And Tapio, hyvää joulua.
Yeah, we're all thinking of Tapio. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. All right, so anything else you want to get across to your fans? And there's a lot of them, I've got to tell you.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to the fans. For example, there were, the boats that came in to say hello today as I was coming
and
in.
The guy down here.
Oh, hello!
Just put him on the thing.
Thank you.
Thanks for the presents.
Thank you. It's good to be here. What a memorable Christmas.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Oh, yeah.
I got out here.
Oh, very nice of you to swim out and say hello. How's the water?
It's not bad actually.
Is it quite warm?
Yeah, I thought, well, I wouldn't say warm. Seems good.
Okay.
Yeah, lovely to see you.
Oh, very cool. Thank you. That's encouraging.
Yeah.
It's, I kind of marvel at it, and it's really encouraging. So I want to say thanks to the fans, and I want to wish them all a really, really good upcoming year.
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah, it's. Do you ever get on the BBC or listen to World Service, see what's the crazy things going on in the world?
Nah.
Yeah, good idea. That's cool. All right, so that's all fantastic. So we wish you well. I think that's probably about it, eh? Anything you want to ask, Jane?
No, Rob family send their love.
Who's?
Rob
Rob.
from South
Oh,
Africa.
yeah.
Rob.
Vorman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, thank you. Thanks,
watching.
Rob and Holly and Melanie and Jake. Wishing you a good Christmas and a good New Year.
Yeah. All right. So we'll leave it till we might do another live because Kirsten's alongside us as she's about to leave when she's going. We might do a live and just follow you out or something just a little bit when you get going. So
I'll just climb up there like a monkey quick and check that everything's cool.
Yep.
We've
still got to wait. You got 55 minutes left yet.
Oh right.
So that's cool.
Chill a
plenty
bit.
of time. Yeah. Is that no? That's, hang on. No. Yeah. That's you got 25 minutes left. We're not kicking you out, but technically you can cross the line in 25 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Just a question. Tapio left his little comms box on board. Would you like me to give it to you now?
No, we can't. Is it in the way?
It's not in the way.
No, okay, hang on to it. We're not supposed to take anything. We're under quarantine and customs and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
We can take we're allowed to take the
letters
and
the
films and stuff, which we'll grab in a minute. But the other stuff, best leave it on board.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me.
That's cool. You just be on that subject. It was pretty amazing what you did. With Tapio and all that sort of stuff. And you mentioned it took you a while to get over it. Can you, once you got rid of him, can you explain your emotions? What happened?
Yeah, I guess I was kind of mind blown because when I was on my way to go and find him, I wasn't thinking much other than get there as quickly as you can. And I was at the helm all night and pushing the boat as hard as I could. So once he left and I was underway, I had time to start thinking about it, and it just it struck me of how crazy it is that something can happen that quickly. I mean, the way he described, there was no time for much other than grabbing that little box and getting his life raft deployed. So I thought about it, but again, the thing that kept on going through my mind is how positive he was about it all. That's a real character strength.
Typical Tapio. Typical Tapio. All right, well done, and good luck, eh? We'll all be. I'd give you a big shake, big hug, big kiss from everyone. Your thousands of followers and stuff. But we'll look forward to seeing you on the other oceans and stuff. So all very good. Touch wood. Yes. You're doing a great job. Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you the letters and the little card.
Yeah, we'll sign off here anyway and then we can get things done.
Right,
so,
cool.
sounds good. Okay, that's it. So, amazing lady, eh? Okay, bye-bye. We'll be back again in another half an hour or so.